Yes, sir. We live. We live in this building. Man, I'm gonna need y'all to hit that like if you on the replay gang. I'm gonna need y'all to show your boy some support, man. If y'all new, hit that subscribe. I'm just here chilling with the chat, man. Ain't much going on this Sunday. It's rainy outside. Ain't much to do. Know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's another one of those days. Let me send this out. We gonna get it popping real soon. Have to send this link out to a couple people. And on top of that, if y'all want to join the live, I'll send y'all the link so y'all can do so. Because wait, what happened? Yeah, because that's very important for y'all, man. Betty. That's another thing. Copy that link. Okay, we got 2 people on X right now. What's up with it? If y'all can, hit that like. I appreciate it. Or hit that heart if y'all on X. Matter of fact, share that status. Hashtaggy. Man, how y'all doing today though? How are y'all doing? Yeah, get up in here. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. For real. Okay, I just shared it right there. And then hit this button to share. That's what I'm gonna need y'all to do, man. Smash up that like, you dig? Trying something new right now. Also, let me see something. Let me see. Is it working? What's good, man? Hey, comment in the comment in the chat, man. Let me know where y'all from. Let's do a little check, know what I'm saying? Okay, that's working for sure. Yeah. Let's see, man. Let me see. I'm gonna have to check out a video real quick. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, if you all want me to, I'll send out that link so y'all can get the notification, gang. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hold up. Hey, get up in here. Know what I'm saying? And let me put the let me put this up here. Yeah. Okay. Hold up. There you go. And y'all some loyal followers on X, man. Y'all really be holding it down. I appreciate that. It's like every time I go live on X, a lot of y'all always be pulling up, man, for sure. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so what we talking about, man? Trying to see something. Hold up.
Relationships is like the socks don't you need to spice things up. And look at that. Because once again, I ain't judge you, but you know, society will. So do you feel like the money is worth the persecution and the disrespect people will give to you for what you do for a living? So I want to make sure that I get this straight because I don't want to like encourage young women out there to do like wrong things. You're 22. How long you doing this too? I've been doing 2 years. Ooh, okay. I started doing it when I was 20. So. Talk to the people. Talk to the young woman out there. Okay, so the percentage of women that actually make a good bang on OF is way lower than you guys think. Okay, so I just want to encourage them to, like, before you do this, make sure that you do your research. You make sure that you know the consequences that come with it, and if you still think that it can be worth it for you, because sadly, OF doesn't matter how attractive you are. You can be the most attractive woman if you don't have a good team, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what is it about, you are gonna fail. You are not gonna be making like big men, right? In my case, I'm blessed. I'm born being 6'7", so that's basically. People want to see that thing, see what it look like. They want to get a little peek. So basically, being different and have like a certain type of body, it allowed me to be famous and to make the bank that I make. In my case, it is worth it. I don't know if everybody else I can say the same. You know what I mean? So you saying your soul is worth the money? Or you ain't give your soul, you don't feel like.
Okay, like that's the thing.
Come on now, you gotta just be real.
That's what I mean. Like, no, like, because people, like, you know, people be like, what people say to me, like, they be like, oh, what did people say?
Give me an example of what they said to you.
Okay, one second. I'm trying to articulate this in a way that makes sense.
Okay.
They be like, the other day, Nick Yardi, I don't know if you know who she. It's just a content creator, right? We made a video where basically, like, we were like 5 girls lined up, and he will go and kiss the girls.
Kiss all them in the mouth.
Okay, so I just feel that people do worse things that I do on camera, but just the fact that I show her on camera makes people think that
you're worse than them.
It's way worse than anything else that they have seen before. They tell like, oh, you get cracked on camera. Well, I just get cracked on camera with the man that I was like in a relationship 3 years.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I never recorded anything with no stranger. The only person that I would record something would be with my man.
Your man, okay.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that we all recorded.
I don't record. I can't record.
So you might tell me that I got no, like, it's true. Yeah. I got no shame.
Okay.
But at the same time, it doesn't mean that I have no values, no like standards. Like it's no mix. You know what I mean?
So you can have both. You could be only cracked on camera, and you can still be a good person.
I just chose to like give away my privacy for money. People tell me like, oh, your mom and your dad might be so disappointed. Well, honestly, I'd rather my dad and my mom be disappointed, but be able to tell them, don't worry, I'm going to pay all your bills. I'm going to buy you a house.
Yeah.
You are sad because I disappointed you, mom? Okay, don't worry. I'm going to take you to Punta Cana next week.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a trip, and I'm going to pay everything. So I'd rather to live with the disappointment, I'd rather to live with the disappointment that I caused onto my parents that don't provide for my parents the way that I want until the day they die. And every single day, I would have never chose anything different from this.
Yeah.
It is what I picked for my life. I know what it comes with it, and I will be fine. Okay. I will be fine. Yeah. You know what I mean? I am gonna be fine.
For sure. So if you already came from money, or you or you was a professional volleyball player or a lawyer.
I came from money.
No, I'm saying if you did.
Yeah.
If you came from money, or you was a professional volleyball player, or became a lawyer or something, you wouldn't do only type content if you already had a way of making money. You made.
So actually, the reason why I did only because I was in my second year of playing volleyball in D1, and I got the news that one of my family, one person in my family was really sick.
Yeah.
And the person that was in my family, because I have family in America and I have family here,
right,
in Spain. So the person that was sick was here in America, and the bills were really high. And at that point, I really like fell out of love with the sport a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I was kind of lost, because I think that people can like identify a lot of like what I'm saying right now. Sometimes when you're in college and you're just studying something, you cannot really see yourself doing anything in the future.
Definitely.
You feel that nothing fits the way that you want to live.
Nothing is,
I knew about OnlyFans, and I had like 180,000 followers by then. And I was like,
on Instagram?
Yeah. I said, I don't see my life. I don't see doing this. I don't see myself doing this for another 2 years. I don't like it no more.
Yeah.
And my person is sick. I need to pay bills real fast. I'm just gonna go do it.
Yeah.
And like always, God is in my side. Because if I'm a bad person, why is God always in my side?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
If I'm a bad person, like, how is it like every person that I meet always like leaves with a good feeling after I leave the room?
Right.
I never go out of my way to hurt nobody. I like to give.
Right.
I like to provide for the people I love. I understand what people are saying, but at the same time, I feel that what you do for a living and the person you are don't have nothing to do together.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it's not. Like, I just feel like it's not.
So,
My Cause, Their Future. Hi, I'm Matthew Stafford. Every season, I join My Cause, My Plea.
I just feel like it's
not.
not.
Does she have a point?
I just feel like it's not.
So, how do you feel personally, though? So, yeah, that sounds good. We do anything for money. We grind. You know what I'm saying? I was in the streets. Did a lot of stuff.
Anything for money.
Oh, we're going to get there. We ain't get there yet. Hold on. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. We ain't there yet. Okay. So, I'm talking about the only things like that. So, you wanted to do that for the money. But personally, How do you feel though? Like I understand I can do whatever I want to do because like I was in the streets at one time, shooting at people, robbing people, pistol whipping. I did a lot of violence that I don't think is cool that I gotta live with internally. That's dark. Like damn, I remember doing this people up. So that's some darkness I had to live with. But I wanted the money. I didn't give a fuck at the time. But aside, I still gotta live with that. So it's something that you gotta live with. That do you feel that?
It's crazy that you're comparing like robbing and shooting people with actually like just opening my legs online.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
It's crazy that you're like making them the same.
Yeah, because it's
like, is it that far-fetched though? One, you committing a crime, the other one's you committing a sin. So it's like, what's really the big difference?
Because it's something that
I know.
At the end of the day,
yeah,
we can talk that, but showing that on camera is different between behind closed doors. A lot of stuff you do behind closed doors, that's personal. That's you and that person's business. When it comes out to the world, you open it up to 8 billion people to look, judge, and it's a different type of energy behind it. So, of course, it is different. And it does come with darkness. Everybody knows that. You know, strippers and props and all that. You can't tell me, people, girls for money, but if you are do this, a different darkness come with it. If you're only is a different darkness come with it.
It's online
for sure.
And I know.
So that's what I'm saying.
never gonna not be a kind of what I do for a living. I only do, and I know that
for sure.
But the same way, like it's not the same. Online, that means that nobody's touching me. Nobody has like control of what I'm doing. That's why when you say like anything for money, no. If somebody
I'm gonna ask you wild stuff, but I'm back to. Do you have that internal feeling like
I used to be ashamed of it like the first year, but there is a point where you see that the lifestyle that you have is being provided for, and that things are happening behind camera, that you realize that at the end of the day nobody gives a fuck.
That's true, but so are you personally? I'm talking about you when you in the house by yourself, you look in the mirror like, God damn, on camera,
I truly
I did this. I didn't want to do this, but I do it, and damn.
Yeah, I actually don't care anymore.
You don't care?
No, I don't care anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah. So what was the craziest thing somebody asked you to do for money that you turned down?
They wanted me to pee on a jar and then send it to their house.
So they want a fresh pickle jar of goddamn Amazonian piss.
For
you to send to them.
And guess what?
What happened?
I didn't do it.
Oh.
Because I don't do anything for money.
That's true.
I just decide what I give out, give away, and I put a price on it.
Okay.
That's it. That's it.
So you don't want to give them the pure piss?
I don't do weird shit like that.
You ain't with none of that?
I don't do nothing like that. Yeah, I hate that. Do you hear that?
Right.
In the some type of circus? Like, what the
Yeah, you ain't no circus ape out here.
Sexual, like on Instagram for views, yeah. But sexually,
content.
No, hell no.
Yeah, for content, it's content. It's acting. I get that. You know what I mean? I ain't tripping, but when real deal on the field, piss in a jar type. Yeah. And how you only been doing it for 2 years?
Yeah.
Because it's still kind of new. So what happens 5 years down the line, and stuff starts slowing down, and then see you did all the regular stuff, you're not getting outrageous. Or are you going to open the door up to pissing in the jar?
No, because that's the thing. Like 5 years from now, I will have made 5 times the money that I make right now.
I like that.
So since I know it's stupid, I already putting my money away.
Okay.
I know places that I make sure that it's growing when I get older. At the same time, I do believe that I have 22. I think that I can be doing this until I'm 30 years old, or even more if I want to. Because at the end of the day, I always gonna be 6'7". 6'7" granny, I don't give a f***. I'm gonna since my persona, my body is naked on the internet already, I'm gonna squeeze it until
you're gonna squeeze every goddamn cum drop out there. By the
time that I'm 40-something years old, and my stuff is still out there,
you're still gonna be out there busting it open.
If I'm making $100 a month, I'm gonna keep putting
100.
I don't care.
$100.
Doesn't mean that I'm gonna be producing content, but the content that is already there is gonna still be there. You know what I mean?
Okay, residual. Yeah.
Like, that's why I don't understand when like girls get to a point and they stop like they delete their only page
because they internally getting they feel like they're going to hell in their mind.
I don't know. Like I don't know.
They're going schizophrenic.
I don't know. Like why though? Like I don't understand.
Because it's personal. So like I'm telling you, this one you're young right now, and I get it. You're young. You're 22. You did it's still fun. You ain't registering. When you get to about 27, 28, going to 30, and you done did all this stuff, you sit there like, damn, I want me a husband now. Like everybody judge. I go to church and be like, oh, I seen her on there. Like, damn, that's why I gotta live with.
That comes with the problem. I have no shame on what I'm doing.
That's now you're 22. You a youngster.
I already been in a relationship for 3 years.
Yeah, when you was 17.
I was doing only already in the relationship. So if you got to have, and every day I find people, I find men that they don't really care like about what I do.
And what you mean don't care like in what?
Like they be like, oh, you're doing your money, just go get your money. Like at the end of the day,
but are they your boyfriend? Are they being with you for real? Or
I don't want no boyfriend.
So, why would they care?
I know fucking nobody either.
Okay, but why would they care though?
Yeah,
you're not my woman. I don't care what you do.
When I find a man, I will text you and I will tell you.
It can happen. I'm not gonna say it never gonna happen.
Okay,
but I'm telling you, it's gonna be very difficult for a type of guy that you probably want and the level guy you want. Yeah, it sounds once again we're very great deceivers, right? I can play with you a little bit. Oh, I don't care about that. Get a few times, 3 months down the line. Take it. You serious? I'm out of here. Don't post me online. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the game that will happen eventually.
I don't even think that my future man is gonna be here in this country.
Okay, where he gonna be?
Somewhere else.
Antarctica?
No, somewhere else.
Okay.
And you guys are like so dramatic though. Like I just feel that you guys are not like in the day-to-day life. You know what I mean? You just have that idea. And you just feel that all men think the same, right?
I don't think that.
And I actually like found a lot of people doing only that they have a husband
for sure
for a long time.
Yes.
And they have boyfriends.
I believe it.
Most of the women that are not only they already have a relationship and they're already in a relationship.
Yes.
You know?
But you're talking about a small percentage.
No, every woman that I meet and only. And that comes again with the same. You'll be like, oh, when I do all this, the maximum that I'm gonna ever do is literally put myself on camera.
That sounds cool. You
I know. I never listen.
Okay, we're gonna run about the clock.
I never gonna sell myself.
Okay.
Like that way.
I believe you.
I have that's the thing, like only I control what I'm selling and what I'm not selling.
Right.
I never gonna put nobody's ever gonna touch me for money.
Okay.
And that's something that I have so clear. I love myself way too much for that.
This was December 26, 2024. We're gonna lock 25. We're gonna lock this in with this understanding. Now we come back. Y'all remember this timeline right now?
I just feel that all the gooners I was expecting are gonna go.
The gooners gonna pay attention on these people.
Yeah, I know they be saying that. They be saying that for the last 2 years.
Yeah, they be on it.
Yeah.
So they gonna do it.
Shout out to Mr. Organic, man. That video was pretty decent.
Hands, you can clearly capture every movement from 500 to 1,000 meters away. This is a German-developed monocular thermal imaging device that.
What's the youngest you guys think you should date? Age, like what's at your age now? What's the youngest you would ever date?
35. Generally speaking, I think 18. Why not?
Yeah, you're joking.
You said the youngest legal. She's legally.
You're joking.
She's legally of age.
How old are you?
18.
Oh no, how old are you?
I said generally speaking.
No.
Age.
He's 40. So
I ain't 40.
He was dating.
He's not 40. I ain't 40. But at the end of the day, the 18-year-old is
dating an 18.
How is what's wrong with that?
Did we not see how the Shannon Sharp situation played out?
I mean, he was messing with a s'more.
She was 19.
That had ulterior motives.
Because it's legal doesn't make it
right.
You need to just digest that.
Okay, so then what's wrong with it? If you shouldn't date if a man is 30 years old, why shouldn't he date a woman that's 18? Explain. You want to go first?
I'm talking from experience. When I was 18, I mean, I was a pharmacy tech. I started talking to the pharmacist who was 30 years old. And looking back, that was super inappropriate. Like, I think that was an overstep on both of our accounts, but more so on his part because I was fresh out of high school. Like, this was a job that I was,
so essentially you're saying that he took advantage because you were younger?
I'm not saying he took advantage, but I'm saying the maturity level that I was at and the maturity level that he was at are so vast that there's nothing that we should have.
So you think that the maturity level has to be equal between men and...
Not necessarily all that equal, but closer.
But wouldn't you say that there's 30-year-old men that's immature? So if a 30-year-old man is immature, does this make it okay?
Right.
Is he qualified to date a 18-year-old?
It's not just that, but as far as them being legal and then actually knowing, like they have to experience life a little bit. I feel like, I mean, and that you're right in that aspect.
Oh, well, I can use the same argument.
Are very grown for an 18-year-old and stuff like that, and I get that. But still, I don't.
So here's the thing: you're really not saying anything that's wrong then, because if it's the case, if you're bringing up maturity and experience, well, maturity, a 30-year-old man, he can be immature, and if his maturity level can match up with the 18-year-old, but you said that you still wouldn't accept that man that's 30 dating the 18-year-old. So that excludes maturity. Maturity doesn't make it a qualifier. Right. And even if you're speaking about experience, well, it can be a 30-year-old man that doesn't have a lot of life experience, right? He's just kind of had a coddled life, but he's dating this 18-year-old. But you would still say, well, no, you still wouldn't want that 30-year-old man to date the 18-year-old because it's just not right. So then that excludes experience and maturity. So then what's the reason of why it's actually wrong for a 30-year-old man to date an 18-year-old woman?
I think I would say discernment from someone who dated someone like...
Speaking like for me too.
I would say discernment because I, personally did date someone, like you said, that was... I was fresh out of high school too, and he was older than I was he was older, probably in his 30s at the time. I think
What do you mean by discernment? Meaning that the 18-year-old couldn't make good judgment?
I think that we do have cloudy judgment. It's like it's like having like bar head, like when you're drinking and everything just seems so right.
Okay, so I got a question for you. If that's the case, then why is it that when you're 18 years old, you can vote? Because if you can vote, think about it. We got to think about it logically, right? And see if you're logically consistent. If the claim is a man that's 30 years old dating a woman that's 18 years old, it's wrong. You have to justify why it's actually wrong. Now, if you're saying that, well, the 18-year-old, the 18-year-old doesn't. You said the word what? Doesn't what?
I think I said discernment.
Doesn't have discernment. Can't make good judgment.
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying the levels of discernment that a 30-year-old will have versus an 18-year-old is different. And in a political view, you're basically saying, why can't this person choose between this candidate and that candidate? No, you very well can sit down and research and develop your ideology. You can do the same thing.
Okay, and the same thing if you're dating someone. Yeah.
But all I'm saying is a person that's 30 years old is going to have a level of discernment that an 18-year-old will not have. That's the point.
Totally fine. But if it's the case that an 18-year-old, because I'll do the same questions with her, if it's the case that the 30-year-old has the same level of discernment as this 18-year-old, which we know that's the case, this is something that could be real, right? There's some 30-year-old men that really can't make good judgment like their other counterparts of 30-year-old men out there because they're just maybe inadequate, lazy, or maybe have low IQ. Who knows what it is. But if it's the case that the discernment level matches up perfectly with the 18-year-old, then is it okay for the 30-year-old to date the 18-year-old?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to pose this with another question. Can your 18-year-old bring a 30-year-old male to your house?
Can a 18-year-old
partner and spouse? Can your 18-year-old daughter bring a 30-year-old man to your house and say, hey, Dad, I'm dating this man. He's courting me. I like him a lot. I could possibly marry this man. Submit, obey, duties, all of that to this 30-year-old man. How would you?
You asking me?
Yes.
I'll answer your question. So with me, I would say that I would be in the courting process. I got two daughters. So I would be involved in the courting and dating process of who's going to be dating my daughter, right?
So she could date a man.
So she can date a man. So if it's, I would say yes. If I happen to come across a man that is a good man, and I use my discernment and met the man and spoken to that man, and he's seen what family he came from, what religion he has, and all of this. If it's a good fit for my daughter, totally fine. The age wouldn't matter as far as the 30-year-old and 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't matter if you were.
But the question isn't on me because I don't think that it's wrong. The question will be posed to you because you think that the 30-year-old man dating the 18-year-old woman is wrong. And by wrong, you mean immoral, right?
I think it's unethical.
Unethical, so immoral.
No, unethical is basically, ethics is really what plays kind of in the workplace. So when she was saying that was like inappropriate, I can understand why. It's because
but if you peel back the layer to ethics, then it's still going to go to morals.
Yeah, the definition is not morally correct.
Yeah.
What, unethical?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the definition.
Like I was saying, so the point that I'm trying to make is I'm not saying that relationship is necessarily wrong. What I've learned from being in a relationship like that is that more controlling. He tried to manipulate me in ways that now that I know what I know now wouldn't have necessarily been okay with my father. Yeah, but most, and I just want to most fathers aren't in their daughter's courting process. Yeah. Like, right? Traditionally, let's just be completely honest. You're not, when you're talking to someone or sharing messages or showing interest with someone, you're not going to your dad and say, Dad, I'm interested in this person. You're usually going to see if you're interested in that person first, and then you're going to move on to however that plays out.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but my refutation for that argument would just be, well, she could be with the 18-year-old boy her same age that's controlling as well.
Yes, I was just saying personally what he.
Yeah, I know you're speaking about your anecdotal situation, so that's different.
Some people would relate, like, right? I don't know what her experience was, but there's just differences in an 18-year-old and an 18-year-old relationship, on maturity levels, on discernment levels that would pose a red flag.
But the thing is, that isn't a justification, and it's not a good reason, because in this world, a woman that's 18 years old, she can vote. A woman that's 18 years old, she can drive. Actually, in some states, she can drive before she's 18, which means that if you're using, maturity, experience, discernment, in society, we already grant that an 18-year-old woman has the ability to have discernment, to be mature enough to vote. Literally, they're voting in presidents that's going to pass certain laws and give us certain rights. So if they're legal to do that, they're not legal to date a man that's 30 years old. It's nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense.
So
No, you're saying that it's immoral. That's what I'm saying. It's unethical. So if you're saying that it's immoral, meaning that it's wrong, it's not good, it's bad, this would mean that, it's bad for an 18-year-old to vote. It's bad for an 18-year-old girl to drive. It's bad for an 18-year-old. Like, you can use all of these reasons to dismantle all of these rights and laws that we have, that we give women.
I don't agree, but that's okay.
You don't gotta agree, but your logic agrees, is what I'm saying. Like, if you are staying logically consistent, then the logical entailment would be that, maybe we need to question these 18-year-old women voting. Maybe we need to question these 18-year-old women driving. Maybe we need to question all of these things. That's what the logical entailment leads to.
Well, I think that's how you're gonna drive it home, but
not driving it home. You drove it home. I'm pointing it out.
Like dating a man, right? Like operating a vehicle is like totally different. Like, it's not that headspace.
Operating a vehicle can kill you or kill someone else. And actually, when you're 18, insurance rates are higher because most 18-year-olds get into car accidents. So actually, it's not a good thing for those 18-year-olds to be driving a car. But it's not okay. But
you kind of killed it with that point right there.
How you fathom that? It's very bad if this 18-year-old dates a man that's 30 years old, but it's okay for her to drive and to vote the next president in.
No, I didn't use those terms. I never said the word bad, but I know you're going to...
When you say unethical, you are saying, when you peel the layer back, you are saying that it's immoral. It's coming from a moral perspective, so you're saying that it's bad.
And I know, Google the definition. But
all right, so you giving... What do you mean then?
Well, like I said, from personally going through the experience, and I think you should talk a little bit about it too, because it wasn't just me at this table who kind of agreed to that fact. I just think that
you're not in the hot seat.
At your age right now,
just a debate right now.
Good. Debates are good. They're healthy. I think at your age, if you decided, whatever, erase everything that you have going on in your life right now, and not the kids, but the kids. Just say you didn't have them at this point in your life. I don't think you would be and I don't know, but maybe, I don't think that your first conquest or interest would be in the 18-year-old unless she literally came and flabbergasted you and checked all of your boxes.
I'll tell you this. Generally speaking, men, we're not complicated creatures when it comes to dating at all. We're very simple, and our attraction triggers are tied to our reproduction triggers as well. And we, like, this is why men happen to like the small waist and wider hips, because wider hips, it signifies that the woman can have a more successful birth, because the canal there is can stretch out better than the more thinner hips. So, and this comes from our biological proclivities and tendencies to be attracted to certain things within a woman, from her physical features all the way up to her mentality and her character. So what I'm saying here is, well, no, men would be okay dating a woman that's 18, even if he's 25 or something like that. We're not going to be repulsed from it. We would actually be attracted to it, and it would be natural.
Yo, you got Spontaneous J in the building, man. Happy Sunday to you, man. Happy Sunday, G. You got 33rd in the building. Hey. Say, what's happening, gang? Hey, y'all hear this conversation, man? Chime in. Let me know what y'all think about this. They're talking about age gaps in relationships.
Isn't anything wrong with that, because this is what our biology tells us to do. And not only that, when you're 18, get with her young, she can give us more babies. She's very fertile, right? We're attracted to youth and beauty, right? So it's like, it isn't anything wrong with that. Like, actually, like, immoral, bad. Now, I do think that in society, we created some, and you know what? Truthfully, I think that women tend to have a problem with it.
Yeah, the homie said, just leaving Walmart, heading home. Man, what you see up there in the Walmart, bruh? Like, me personally, this whole 18-year-old thing, this like discussion is kind of 18. Yes, that's legal, but then at the same time, like, wouldn't that be a little bit too young? And the reason why I say a little bit too young is just for the fact that, well, we actually have a lot in common as far as conversation, what we want out of life and everything. At 18, there were so many things that I did before that I wouldn't do now. It's like, that's crazy. Been trying to go live on new phone to test out, but not working. Oh, all right, for sure. I'm gonna hit you up after I'm done, see if I can help you with that, man. 30 up for me. Yeah, man. 18 is very young. I haven't came across an 18-year-old that was mentally mature enough to actually, you know, think about wanting to pursue a relationship with. That's just, you know, that's my opinion about things. Other people might, you know, beg to differ, but just overall, there's a plethora of different reasons why I wouldn't find myself attracted to someone that's 18.
Is because, especially the single women, you know, tend to have a problem with it, is because they know that those young chicks are stealing options from them. So I think that it's also a form of insecurity when women tend to say that, oh, I don't like when older men date younger women. Well, you don't like it because those younger women are stealing the men that you should have been dating, but you didn't get those men because you prioritized your career and being a boss babe rather than prioritizing your youth and beauty, right? When you were young, to get the best man you can get.
In a car accident in California, before you start anything from the insurance company, watch this.
Not gonna lie, he got a point with that. A lot of them aren't necessarily, a lot of females aren't necessarily concerned about the fact that they're dating someone of that age. They're more concerned of the younger people taking the opportunity away from them in the dating scene.
Don DeMarco? Maybe? All right, fair enough.
My issue with that whole argument, amongst other things, is for women, our brains don't fully develop until we're 25. So until that point, I'm not saying that like 22, 23-year-olds aren't more mature, but an 18-year-old is so malleable. Like, you're coming out of high school, like you don't even know, you haven't even picked your career yet, and you're dealing with a man that's had all of his 20s to experience life. Let
me ask you one quick question though in between this. If you had a daughter, would you want your daughter to be with a man that has the capabilities to protect and provide for her and give her a comfortable life?
No, and I'm not. Okay, so
answer that real quick.
Wait.
Okay,
so I do agree with that. I definitely would see it a different way, but
well, listen, real quick. But if you
2 seconds,
all right, go ahead. Land your plane.
All right,
I don't want you to lose your thought.
No, yeah, that's my whole thing. So I do agree, and there are certain circumstances to where I would allow my 18-year-old to date a 30-year-old. My issue would stem from, where is his head at? Because are you dating my daughter just because she's 18, young and fresh, like you were saying it? Or
that's a good reason.
I mean, in retrospect,
to start a family, have a lot of children. Those are all good reasons.
Okay, yes. But I would, like, me as a parent, I would definitely want it to not just be because of her age. Like,
well, it's never because age has a, put it like this, even the simple fact that you said that you would want your daughter to date a man that has the ability to protect and provide for her.
Yeah.
Well, what age would that man? What age would that man be to really have the ability? He wouldn't be her age, 18. He maybe even would be 25. He would be 30, 35, because it takes time for a man to accomplish things and become established.
I got that.
So what I'm saying is, you would actually be saying the same thing then.
No, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. So my issue isn't necessarily with the age then. It's more so, where's his head at? Because most guys that are going for the 18-year-olds that are of like an older age, they're choosing the younger ones because they're more they're malleable, like they're more impressionable,
more compliant.
So like, that's my issue.
But the thing is, well, listen to this. Then if that's I can defeat all of these arguments. If that's the case, then it has to be. So listen, because I need you ladies to understand how there's nothing wrong with it. It's not immoral at all. If it's the case that the woman that's younger is more malleable and can easily conform to get on a man's program, then let's say if a man has an option, it must be something wrong with the man choosing the woman that would submit more and get on his program rather than choosing the ratchet woman. Remember, the chat asked the question. Listen.
Extreme.
Listen to what I'm saying now. I'm spitting. I'm trying to connect these dots. Remember, the chat asked the question. They said, why do when black men get money, a lot of money, real money, why do they stop going after the ratchet women and they choose the woman that's more conservative? You even said that, well, it's because of those women can get on the men's program. They're more likely to follow his lead and things like this. Well, then that must mean something is wrong with that. If the man is going to choose the woman that can follow his lead and submit to him and get on his program rather than choosing the woman that is incompliant and insubordinate, it must be wrong with that. But none of you ladies said there's nothing wrong with the man choosing the woman that can submit and follow his lead more. That's the same thing with the 18-year-old versus a 30-year-old woman. Well, the 30-year-old woman, she had more life experience. She has more baggage. She's more likely to have some trust issues because her heart been broken before. She's more likely to have these walls up that the man has to come and break them down. She's more likely to give the man a headache. The 18-year-old, generally speaking, not that experienced, haven't really explored the world.
Yeah, he's cooking with his points, but to be honest with you, both can end up giving you a headache.
A little bit more fresh, she can give the man babies, so she's more likely to supply and get on this program. There's nothing wrong with that. If the man chooses the woman for those reasons, there's nothing wrong with it. She just happens to be 18.
All right, you got to stop buying generic Viagra. If y'all over 40, you can get 9 pills.
These commercials are crazy.
Woman, for those reasons, there's nothing wrong with it. She just happens to be 18.
I would say that a woman, like, I think we all can say, just as human beings, the person we were at 18 isn't even the person we are at 28, 10 years later.
Oh, yeah, we know that. And that proves my point. This is
why. No.
You're crazy now.
I'm saying that experience is the best teacher. And if you want to be a great parent, to the older, like when you're an older parent, you can really mold a child to the best version of themselves when you have a lot of experience.
The thing is, when it comes to feminine, and my bad, I just want to refute this one point. I was tired, but now I'm up. I was tired, but now I'm up.
I'm sorry.
Listen to what you just said, right?
Yes.
Well, okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But question for you. Which woman would actually be more feminine? The woman that experienced more stuff, right? She experienced more life, and she overcame adversities and all of these things, versus the woman that really didn't experience a whole lot of stuff. She really didn't experience getting her heart broken, getting cheated on, or cheating on somebody, right? She didn't have these. No. Listen. Listen. No, she didn't have all of these life experiences. My question is, generally speaking, which woman will be more feminine? Girl A, a lot of experiences. Girl B, hardly no experiences.
The part of femininity is reconnecting with yourself as the feminine after heartbreak. Part of femininity is growing back into who you were before.
You wouldn't have to reconnect if your heart wasn't broken.
But that's just a part of the human experience. A part of being feminine, a part of being masculine.
So you also then the logical entailment of what you just said was, in order for you to be feminine,
no, that's not what I said.
Must get your heart broken so you can recover.
I'm saying that's basic human experience.
You're saying after the heartbreak.
After the heartbreak, you need to reconnect with yourself before you need to reconnect and learn how to love yourself before you ever got your heart broken. So you don't need to go around here acting heartbroken.
Here's self-love and femininity. I'm not saying they don't go together, but that's like a whole, like, it's under the umbrella of femininity. It's more femininity.
And here's the distinction between masculinity and femininity. You can't. What you're doing is you're putting masculinity and femininity in the same boat. Well, to be masculine, well, that's different. You need to normally overcome some adversities, overcome some trauma, experience some hardships, and because your character needs to be tested, right?
I agree.
In order to, like, the most masculine men, his character was tested, he overcame it, that's a masculine man. I know I can rely on him because he'd been through some stuff before. When it comes to femininity, it has nothing to do.
Yeah. Got a pretty good point with that. Hey, shout out to the people that's watching on Facebook. Shout out to the people that's watching on X. Shout out to the people that's watching on on YouTube. If I can get all y'all to come over here to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like the video, share the video. I would greatly appreciate it.
With your character being tested to that same degree. Your character would be tested to a different degree. Femininity, it'll test your character as far as being
you that's watching on Facebook. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. Hit that thumbs up on the video. I appreciate it for sure.
Patient. Are you soft-spoken? Are you knowing when not to speak and knowing when to speak? Knowing, you get what I'm saying? So it's a much different path to success when it comes to femininity and masculinity. Masculinity, niggas got to go through some stuff. Femininity, you necessarily don't have to go through anything to be feminine.
But a lot of people.
What were you saying, Eve?
Oh yes, you were saying something.
This nigga fell asleep.
No, you were saying. But I think a lot of women allow certain adversities to come in between them and their femininity. That's not our fault. It's just a human experience. What were you gonna say?
You were saying about how a woman needs to have experience to become like the best version, but what if the majority of experience are good? Then she's not going to become the best person. So it's the safest route is to get a woman with least experience. Because how many women talk about how they hate men because they've been dogged out by so many men, and now they finally meet the right guy and they can't even be submissive to him or be affectionate because they're too scared that he's gonna play her like the last few men did. So ideally, it's best to get the woman with the least male experience because you have the best experience with her in that relationship. You don't have to worry about her holding back her feelings, her affection for you, because she hasn't dealt with so many guys that broke her heart. You're getting a brand new.
Yeah, that was a good topic that they was talking about, man.
In Los Angeles and Orange.
And that's the link right there. If y'all want to pull up to StreamYard so you can join the conversation, man. Pull up to StreamYard. The link is right there. Hit that link. All you gotta do is hit that link. Yes, sir. We almost at that 1 hour mark too, though. Facebook. Hold up. And what do I want to do now? Yes, sir. Hold up. Is it shared? Oh, Lord. Hold on. Hold up 1 second. Okay. We got that there. Wait, hold up. About to start the video in a second. All right, let's go.
It's more attractive to a guy, a woman that is.
Now, this is a clip from Fresh and Fit Clips. She tried her best to grill Myron, but failed miserably.
Not promiscuous, not that intelligent, not college educated, but follows the lead and is fairly quiet.
I mean, most women that are
hold
like that are
on. You didn't even hear the question.
Go for
And
it.
you're trying to talk.
Listening.
Oh, are you really? Wow. So, number one, not college educated, not necessarily the smartest girl, but quiet and submissive and not promiscuous. Let's say maybe one body count or a virgin. Or a girl that's cultured, educated, has had 10 bodies and is independent. Which one do you think most men would find attractive?
And the latter person is more attractive?
They're both equally attractive.
They're both as equally attractive.
Yes. Who do you think the man is going to go for?
I think generally...
Don't use your ego invested. I want you to give me an objective. What do you think a majority of men would go for?
They go for the one that they can tell what to do.
Oh.
So that's going to be the one that's less educated.
Oh, okay. And not as traveled and cultured or whatever. So, because you used that earlier.
Yeah. And that's going to be your ideal. Like, a man who's actually high value is going to want someone who has those traits. They're not going to want a dumb little 18-year-old bitch who doesn't know how to do shit. Because that's not being coachable. Being coachable is bringing skills to the table that can be utilized.
No, it's not.
Like, you can't be like, hey, can you
utilize my notes? Okay.
Yeah.
So who do you think is more likely to follow a man's lead? The girl that I described first or the girl that's second?
If
I have a man who is superior to me, can help me get on that level, can help me continue to grow, then he's going to pick me. Because he doesn't have to train someone from a child.
That wasn't the question I asked.
Repeat the question.
The question I asked is, of those two women that I just described, which one is going to be more likely to follow his lead?
I mean, it depends.
The first woman.
The first one, because she doesn't know what she's doing.
Naturally. Until she's lost a few men by not letting him lead. And then you know better now.
Yeah, but which one is better? The one that's lost a few men or the one that hasn't?
I think the one that's lost a few men, because she knows how to keep one now.
Incredible.
The girl, these girls that have no experience, like, what the hell is going on? Like, so what? She's never sucked a dick and all that stuff. Now you get her home and she still can't suck when you train her.
And you still can't do other shit too.
You're telling me
when you were young, you didn't know, right? So I coach you.
Right.
So now you go for 20 men. One man coach you, you're good to go.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. But I have a homegirl right now, right?
Yeah.
She's been with one guy.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for her, right?
Yeah.
Because she tells me about this bedroom experience with a man that she's been with for years, and it's terrible. And she doesn't have nothing to compare it to. She just knows it's not satisfying her. That's weird.
That's weird. She likes. Know what she likes.
She knows she doesn't like it, but she doesn't have nothing to compare it to.
No
To
experience.
be able to show him, like, okay,
So she has nothing to compare it to, but she automatically know that it's bad.
I'm not doing it right. This is really how I like to be pleased. Like, there's a gift and a curse to that.
Does she
Yeah,
tell him that?
man wants a girl without a past, but it depends if she's living currently in her past and her past experiences. Like
Dix.
Like, if I was this girl then and I get with this guy now, I mean, I'm not promiscuous anymore. I'm not saying I've never been promiscuous, but I'm definitely not promiscuous now.
What's going on here?
I'm like, what?
So listen, the way I was when I was 18, 21, I gave it up for nothing because I thought a man telling me he liked me. Listen to what I'm saying to you.
Do she have a point what she's saying, man, or is she just speaking a bunch of babble? Like, like, come on.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. I mean exactly what I'm saying. So I say this on any platform I'm talking to. So I'm not taking back what I'm saying. I stand on what I'm saying, and I believe what I'm saying. If you get at me being 21, 18, 19, I have had sex with men that I don't know better. You don't know better. You're allowing a man to sell you a dream. You don't know if what's true, what's not. He's basically saying whatever you need to hear to get in your drawers until you get a little older and you realize the next guy you're going on a date with, this is Cat. I'm not gonna have sex with him without him really proving that he's trying to be with me. Like she was saying earlier, she's been having sex with this guy with no title. When I got to a certain age, there is no sex with no title. I'm not just laying down with anybody. I'm not shacking up. I'm not playing house. This is the first man I've ever lived with. This is the first man I'm buying a house with. I'm not playing house with you. You understand what I'm saying? So there's certain things that you just learn as you get older. Everybody's not gonna go through the same learning lessons. Obviously.
All right, let's I got a scenario here. We're gonna go into a dream world.
This robotic puppy is so lifelike, it actually falls.
Oh man, like the logic with some of these is kind of out there.
Scenario here. We're gonna go into a dream world. Right? So let's say, right, you go to the Gucci store, right, and you buy a bag, right, and you see that it's on sale. Right, it could be Gucci, Louis Vuitton, whatever you like. I don't know. Dior, whatever. Right, whatever store you like personally. You go and you get the bag, and you get it on sale. So normally a $2,000 bag, you got it for $1,000. Holy fuck, 50% off, fucking sick, right? You go, you tell your girl, take a picture of it, send it to her. Look at this bag I just got. Oh my god, girl! And she's like, oh my god, I got that bag too. I paid $700 for it. Whoa, hold on, 1 second. What? And then you tell another friend and they say, oh no, I paid $500 for it. And you're like, what?
Before we go further with the story, if you're new, hit that subscribe button. If you can, hit that like button. Double tap the screen for me. I appreciate it.
The fuck? So you're pissed. You go back to that store and you say, what the fuck? People got a discount on this shit. I paid $1,000. I know someone that paid $500. I know someone that paid $700. This is bullshit. And then while you're there at the store, you see other people buy the bag. Someone pays $10. Someone pays $2,000. Someone gets it for free. Someone gets it for $100. You're like, what the fuck is going on? And the salesperson looks you dead in the eye and says, oh no, that's your price. What the fuck? How'd that make you feel?
Mad as fuck. I'll be
pissed. Man.
I may not be upset, but I'm gonna respect it.
Okay.
Do better research.
I guess upset.
Not happy. Not happy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy.
That's exactly how men feel when they have to wait for the box or court you to get sex. That's how men feel about it. So explain to me how.
I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of find that awkward to where, yeah, some of y'all just learn from y'all mistakes, but the same people that y'all didn't let wait got away scot-free basically, and then it's like everybody else that had to pay for it.
You can sit there, right, and make someone pay full price for something that other people got for free, got for dinner here, got for a McChicken here, or someone else paid $1,000 here. Like, it's amazing to me how women will sit there, right, and say, I'm worth this, but you let that nigga fuck for free. That guy took you to McDonald's. That guy took you for 555. That guy took you for Komodo. What the fuck is going on? This is bullshit. But I find it amazing how y'all will sit there and say, well, this is my price now. No, I am not going to pay full price.
You want clearance.
It's crazy how the price go up afterwards, like it's aging like wine, when in actuality is not.
Vehicle with mileage on it.
Yo.
Period.
Cool.
That's how men look at women.
But okay, now what about you, right? Let's just take you for an example.
Sure.
I'd meet you somewhere when you were in your moving out your mama house.
Okay.
You wasn't this guy who was able to. I don't know. I used to live in Miami, so your rent is probably like $4,500. I don't know.
Oh, it's way more, sweetheart. Way more. But yeah.
Whatever. Okay. Now you move out of here. Somebody takes over this building and moves in here and says, my rent is way cheaper than yours. Yeah, you're going to be pissed, but it's the time frame that you got in. The building is revamped. Things are redone. The elevator looks different. There's marble floors now. Oh my God, when I used to live here, the bathrooms weren't this big. That shit changes.
Yeah,
and that's what it is. The niggas that dated me back then, they couldn't even hold a candle to the girl that I am now.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? They couldn't have the same conversations, and I damn sure wouldn't fall for half of the shit that I fell for. Then you live and you learn. I'm so thankful that God sent me a man that's able to forgive for the mistakes and the unknowledgeable experiences that I've had in my life, because now I know better. So I would never give myself to a man that didn't deserve it. I would never just go off of somebody talking to me and.
Like, that's cool and everything, but at the end of the day, it's like those same experiences that you lived and learned from, now you're making somebody else deal with or pay the price for something that's quote unquote been used already. Like, where do that, like, it don't work like that.
Because they said I was pretty, or they bought me this, I'm going to give up the pussy. You have morals. I can say at one point, being a young girl, you don't have no morals, especially if you don't know no better. Yeah. You have to live and you have to learn. Yeah. Now, my man already knows what type of woman I am. He already knows that I have values. I'm not moving like that. I'm not promiscuous. I'm not that horny anymore either. Like, you understand what I mean?
All right. If I'm a real estate investor, I'm always going to go with the newer property because I'm able to depreciate it. Once you get better tax benefits, I'm able to go ahead and charge higher rent than the older building.
Maybe.
The reality is this, man. Men always want younger, better, firmer, tighter, period. Older women, unfortunately, a lot of the times have more sexual experience, more baggage, more negative experiences with men. More negative experiences with men, and that goes ahead and gets attributed to me as the man. I want a clean slate that I could work with and mold this woman into what I want. Men, since the beginning of time, have always preferred women to have lower sexual notch counts and virgins. There's a reason why. Because when a woman, right, no one wants to be where everyone else has been. And no, God forbid, I put a goddamn ring on it when other guys have paid next to nothing. I can only
some Tim's with some Heineken and some Hennessy and some pizza. Say, yo, try to chill?
Bro,
when I was 18, 20, now he's saying that now as me as a grown-ass woman with actual valuables and assets, yes, I would feel that.
But the newer building is always going to be better.
Yeah, but I also got that brownstone in Brooklyn that when I first bought it, it was worth, I don't know, $70,000 and it's worth 2.5 now.
Unfortunately, women don't operate like men and appreciate over time. They depreciate over time.
Maybe some, but I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but the older I get, the finer I get, the richer I get, the better I get. I'm not gonna show you pictures.
Okay,
I'm gonna show you stats.
Okay, no, I'm gonna show you stuff right now. Men go all over the world between 18 to 60 years old.
Yeah.
Guess what they find the most attractive female age group?
What?
18 to 24.
Yeah. Until they smell their panties and it's still lingering.
No. Again, men between 18 years old to 60 years old, when polled, undoubtedly preferred women between 18 to 24 years old. Period. That's
what do you prefer? What do you prefer?
I prefer younger women.
You prefer how old? How old are you? Because I want to know how old are you? And then when you're bringing home these 22, 23-year-olds, what are you really trying to get from them?
Yeah.
Peace. Here's the thing. Yeah, peace.
What do you mean? She's not lying to you about real life.
I'm not gonna lie, peace is the most important thing out of everything.
She's crying to you about, I can't pay my phone bill, I can't pay my car note, I can't put gas in my car, I don't have food in my house,
I don't know how to do this.
I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that. She barely know how to even make you come from head.
Are you a man?
No, I'm a woman.
So
I'm telling you.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what you think because you're not a man. Yeah. Men don't look for the same things that women do. And this is what I laugh at because women think they know what men want, but y'all really have zero clue. You want experience. You want money. You want competence. Guess what I want? I want the opposite. Yeah. I'm supposed to see a strong masculine man who's a leader who could pay for things and take care of a woman. I need a woman that's not gonna. No, I don't care about competency. Most men don't.
It's crazy.
Most men don't give a shit at all about a woman's competency. What they're more important with is she competent to follow my lead and be moldable to what I want. Yeah. Men want younger women. I'm 33 years old. I'll be damned if I date a fucking 33-year-old woman. That's a goddamn shame.
I wouldn't date a 33-year-old man.
That's stupid. That's
absolutely
absolutely
I wouldn't date a 33-year-old man either. You know why? Because he still wants to play games. He still wants to be outside.
Did you not ask me what men wanted for a second? And then you're bringing it back to what you want.
I'm just saying, what are you doing with a 25-year-old woman at 33? Sir?
He just told you as a man he wants that.
That's what you want.
Yes. He's not telling you what you should want.
That's what you want.
Yes.
That's what you want.
Did I not say earlier? Men between 18 to 60 prefer women between 18 to 24. I found them most attractive.
Okay.
Period. Yeah, how much older is your guy than you?
He's 50.
And you're 34, so that's a 16-year age difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. What? See, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not tripping about the age difference, but just it's going against exactly everything that's what she's talking about.
I'm surprised you. But you know what? You realize you just proved my point for me more.
What I'm saying is, I'm trying to prove a point that at 30 and me at 34 is not the girl at 24. Yeah. So I get the age dynamic. I'm not disagreeing that. No, listen to what I'm saying to you. Older men love younger women. Yes, that is a fact. But when you start talking about what age and how much younger and when does the age gap start? So what I'm saying is, you being a 21.
Yeah, this lady is tripping. Oh snap! What's up, Latrice? How's it going? Hope you're having a good day. Man, I would send you the link, but I don't know how long I'm about to be on here.
Girl dating a 35-year-old man, it's a little scary to me because I'm like, she ain't got nothing at 21. She can't bring nothing to the table.
Man, I don't care about that.
Okay. At 21, I don't know shit. At 21, I'm still learning. I'm telling you, I'm around a lot of younger women. They still don't even really know how to clean their.
That's fine.
I'm 21.
You just learned how to clean your. Right.
No, babe.
You're wrong. You just learned how to clean. You like me, and you're still figuring out how to clean your.
No, maybe that was you.
So at 21. A lot of chicks don't know how to clean their JJ. Like, really? That sounds crazy. Like, that lady bugging. Like, you can't just put that on all women that's like 21. Like, come on. It's going good. How your day going? Oh, it's going pretty good too, man. You know, I had to knock some errands out pretty earlier. And shit, I don't know if it's still raining or not, but I think it is raining, you know, so I'm just chilling right now, working on this video.
Yo, girls are still shacking up with these niggas. You know nothing about
my own crib, my own car.
that you should, that you right.
So you shouldn't generalize like
that. At 21, you're still learning how to exist in the world.
You're always learning. At 35, I'm gonna still be learning.
You are. At 34, I'm owning. I'm still learning, but I'm owning. I'm not spending $7,000 in rent.
So we got a 35 versus a 21-year-old. The 21-year-old said that she got her own place, she got her own car, and this chick that's 35 is stressing the fact of ownership. You know, I think, you know, in this situation, I'm gonna go with the 21-year-old because they actually have a higher ceiling. If that's what they accomplish by then, and hopefully if they're on the same trajectory, they will accomplish more, you know. So I'm gonna say the 35-year-old chick is wrong.
My man doesn't care about my money. You know what I'm saying? Nor does any man that I've ever been with care about my money. So why do you?
And on top of the fact, the 35-year-old just said that she's dating some 50-year-old guy. So if the conversation is around guys dating younger chicks because they feel like they can manipulate them, if she's in her 30s dating somebody that's 50, I believe that she is in the same category of manipulation just to get financial security. So, you know, she's just playing along with the game, to be honest.
But I'm also saying, at being 20, now that I'm a 34-year-old woman, I have to think back when I was 21, dating these older men. Like, what the fuck did you want from me?
Well, okay, notice, right?
Except for some mouthing.
She called it. You were doing things that she was not doing, and she's 22, right?
21.
Yeah,
21.
Most girls aren't selling.
Yeah, they're not.
I wasn't selling pussy at 21.
I'm not saying you were,
It's simple. Better choices. Goddamn.
I don't know if y'all caught this. She asked me what men want, what the, you know, etc. I answered it, and then she brought it back to what she wants.
I'm not saying I understand that. I'm just saying I just can only think of when I was 21, dating a 33-year-old man. What the fuck did he want from me?
Forget yourself for a second. Other people have different experiences. We're just saying, generally speaking, a man of means that's 35, 33, whatever that age is, plus 30, he wants peace of mind and clarity. So guess what? Come home from work, long day, he don't want to hear, bang, nagging, he wants to hear, you know what? Who's on the table?
I have a challenge for you. I want to know if you'd like to write a book, your own book, in only 10 weeks using a proven technique that makes it so simple.
How's your day?
And then be quiet the rest of the time.
I don't think younger women are like that.
I don't think so either.
I think younger women, people who are even younger than me, are so much more talkative, so much more self-aware, and so much less self-aware.
Hold on. But younger women are more coachable, where you can tell them, look, I need you to be quiet. I don't really want to talk right now. Whatever.
I don't agree at all. The younger woman would be like, no, fuck you.
Are you a man and you date younger women?
What's that? Oh, no, obviously I'm not.
Quiet. What the fuck? Like, how are you gonna tell a guy?
Because I'm a young woman. And I'm telling you right now that I will not.
Like, really, like, you're single and you're telling him something. He's telling you something. And you keep talking. That's why you're single. Ooh, that's why.
I mean, I'm just saying, like you're not a man telling with dating younger women. So that you're no offense, but your opinion is irrelevant. And I love how all you guys are trying to speak as men should this, men should that. I think men this. Y'all are all wrong. You guys don't know. And the reason why you don't know is because men are rarely honest with women. Because when they do, you say the dumb shit that y'all are saying right now. Y'all don't know what the fuck you're talking about when it comes to what men want. We want you to be quiet. We don't give a fuck about your job. We don't care about your education. We don't care about you being cultured. None of that shit. Money. We want a girl that's not going to be a whore, not going to embarrass me when I walk out in public, not going to dress like a slut, make me look like shit, not be a former sex worker. We want a girl that's going to be quiet, docile, feminine, submissive. Follow my program.
Get a dog then, because we are people, bro, capable of making mistakes, repenting later, and growing and being different.
Get a dog.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what men typically want in a girl. They don't want, like, we don't care about your opinions or how you guys view the world or whatever. Men in general don't care about these things because men and women live vastly different lives. So women live life on easy mode. Men live life on super hard mode.
I know a lot of men who have married girls.
Mode. Great.
I know a lot of men who have married girls with an extensive past. And is she that girl now? No. And I'm not going to name any names, but I can name some very celebrity couples.
No,
they're still together.
The celebs are rare. This is crazy. Like, I'm telling you what men in general want, and you guys are arguing with me about what men want. But if you guys told me what women want, I wouldn't argue with you and say, I want a guy that's competent. I want a guy that makes money. I want a guy that's successful. I want a guy that's a leader. I want a guy that can listen to me. I want an intellectual.
The young girl.
I do find that funny. A lot of women that have trouble getting men or keeping men, they always come from the point of view of what they want and never come from the point of view or listen to know what a man want. You know, it's always the same thing with like the baddie discussion that we had the other day. If they was to ask, if they was to be asked what would turn a man on or whatever, instead of thinking from a man perspective, the first thing that they would think of is something that they provide. Oh, well, I have money. Well, I have this, I have that. And all that stuff be the furthest from what a guy actually wants. So, you know, I believe guys do that also, but you see that a lot with a lot of women, to where it's no wonder that they're single, because they're always thinking about themselves. They're always coming from a perspective of them and what they want, and not able to actually think outside the box per se to what a man would actually want.
Stop. The only time when you guys said what you want in a man, we didn't say shit. We said, cool. That is what women want. Women want competence. They want height. They want income. We didn't shame you guys for what you wanted. But when I say what I want, why? You want a stupid girl?
What the
you
fuck?
want a girl that's just not uncultured, uneducated?
Yeah,
She can work clean, like dumb shit. Like, why is it that what a man wants is always demonized, but what you guys want, we don't do anything?
I would earlier you literally did do that. You like came at me for saying what I wanted. Like, I told you, I said I don't look for like a bunch of money in a guy. I literally said like I want this and that, and you were like, no, you don't. And then you literally went on in the exact same way.
I said women in general want X, Y, Z, and that might not necessarily be reflected on what you want. Yeah. The world doesn't necessarily operate on what you think. That's what I said. That's why.
And the same applies for you, though. I feel, or I know, 100%. Same applies for you.
Yeah, that's wild. Like what they look for is crazy. Are you going live later on? I don't know. I might not. I probably need to work on some clips. I think that's what I need to do, like as far as getting this channel in the algorithm, because I'm stuck at like 17 subscribers and I'm trying to get to at least 50 real quick. Because if I get to 50, then I can actually go live from my phone. So that's one short-term goal that I have. And yeah, man, it's gonna be up from there. So I'm definitely getting on these lives and trying to make sure everything be consistent with the flow in my work schedule. But maybe I should go live from my main channel and tell people to come over here. I think that's what I might do, because I think there's a way to where I can go live from this channel and go live from my main channel. And I guess while I'm on my main channel, I'll just plug, my old channel. I mean, my new channel, because I definitely need to get my subscribers up real quick.
The way that you feel, the way that like you're thinking, and the argument that you had, like I could say the exact same thing to you. You're not everyone. You're not every man. You are one man who wants a woman to be obedient, who wants a woman to listen and tuck her tail between her legs and just be.
How about this? We got 20,000 plus people watching. How about I ask them, because they're a bunch of dudes watching, right?
Go for it.
And they can actually say what the hell they want to say.
But the guys watching your podcast are the guys that will obviously agree with you. That's the reason they're on the podcast.
They hate Fresh, hate me. They admire. Yeah.
I just want to get 21-year-old little chick in this building for
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, some people gonna agree, but not everybody.
24 hours without you and let her run around this motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. And I just want to know she's coming back home at night. Leave her in the elevator.
I don't understand what you're trying to
I'm trying to run wild and do crazy stuff.
Exactly.
I mean, which she doesn't, by the way.
Okay.
No. Anyway. All right. So, guys, give me a 1 in the chat if you guys agree with what I'm saying. Give me a 2 in the chat if you guys agree with the ladies here on what they're trying to say. Let's see what they say. We got 2 chats. We got YouTube. We got ones. Because since girls think that I'm not speaking for men, I am speaking for men. That's why we've been able to build this audience that we have, because we're telling y'all what men really want. But women don't want to accept what men want for some odd reason. I don't know.
Bunch of ones.
Let's not generalize in this table, Habibi.
We're talking about you.
Yeah, someone like older women.
But they agree with me.
They watch you and they're your fans and they agree with you because you're like one of the only people who like have these opinions publicly and they can like
publicly. Keyword opinions publicly. Most men can't say this stuff publicly. Yeah, they can, because they get attacked like y'all are doing right now. It's shamed.
We're crazy.
Oh wow!
I'm not dating.
Well, you're smashing a guy that believes what we're saying and is telling you to your face the truth, but you can't even realize it. Wait.
He doesn't believe what you're saying. I'm just saying that like, he does have opinions that do combat mine. You know what I'm saying? And we've had conversations where like I've listened to him and his point of view and been like, okay, yeah, like I can totally see that.
Take away the sex. He's gone. I don't know. Let's move on. All right, I'm being honest.
All right. You know what? I have a headache. And you were saying something before. I don't know. You're doing something like this. I don't know.
Nope, I wasn't saying anything. We're way past that.
Yeah, I'm somewhere.
I've got some more here. Girl in the middle walked into the weave shop and said, "Give me the Miss Frizzle."
What the fuck? What? The Miss Frizzle. Man, yeah. I don't know. That discussion is pretty wild. Man, Latrice, you gonna come up here and say what you feel about this whole situation, man, or what? I ain't gonna lie, I'm hungry as hell. I haven't had nothing today. Yeah, I'm about to go outside and see if it's still raining or not. Yeah, hey, let me know. Let me know if you're trying to pull up. I'll give you the link real quick. Oh man. What else? What else they got up here, man? What else? Yeah, if I don't get nobody up on here, I'ma just pull out. No, y'all don't want to talk about Venezuela. What else, man? Trying to think, should I make long form videos on here also? Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. I know y'all don't want me to go crazy on y'all again. And salute to the 43 that's watching on X, man. Y'all need to hit that heart or something. You feel me? Hold up. These are all long form. Let's see what.
All right, look, I don't know who need to hear this, but my man just tried that new 100 milligram generic Viagra for only 87.
Welcome back to No Filter Dose. Tonight's caller is 35, honest enough to admit she had a long hoe phase and tried to justify it. She says women just need to get it out of their system before settling down. But when Kevin starts breaking down biology, bonding, and reality, the whole argument collapses. Stay locked in till the end. Hit like, subscribe, and make sure you go support Kevin Samuel's original channel to keep his legacy alive. Let's get to the video.
Nina, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Go ahead. Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing well.
So what do you have for? How old are you, by the way?
I'll be 35 next month.
So, are modern women gambling with their lives?
I think they are, but I do, like, within that, as a bullet point, I feel like I have a disagreement with how they should go about it.
Okay.
But I do think modern women are gambling with their lives because just speaking from my own experience, I had a whole phase like a lot of women tend to have, and like something that especially millennial Gen Z women, that's...
Man, question. Do everybody go through a whole phase? Yes or no? Do everybody go through a whole phase? Have you been through yours? Are you currently experiencing one? Or no?
You know, it feels like a rite of passage. One thing I can say, you know, getting to 35 next month is that my whole phase definitely lasted way too long. I think.
So do you think most women have a whole phase?
I don't know if most women have a whole phase. I won't say that, but I know that where I am, like I'm in DC, and a lot of women are very career minded here, career driven. Okay. Lots of people are PhDs, MBAs, whatever. Yeah. And so,
what's the disagreement about, though?
So the disagreement is about how, I guess, I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you mentioned like basically going from the home, like going from your father's home to going to a marriage, basically. And I feel like there should be time to explore. Not being a hoe, but to
stop right here. Hold on, let me ask you a question. What do you think the average woman can learn out in the world experiencing other men that can make her? No, I didn't even finish the question. Put yourself in a man's position.
Yeah, that's true. Son, what's happening with you, bro? Man, I don't know if you want to comment, but the question is, do everybody go through a hoe phase? Is it important to go through a hoe phase? Is it not necessary?
What can a woman experience of value with other men that I will find valuable?
I feel like she can gain a sort of what's the word? Like you probably gonna roast me for this, but you gain a certain sexual skill. Like you talk about a woman should be able to, keep a man fed and then drain his balls, but you do pick up certain skills when you're out there. I'm not saying being a hoe, but just having the few.
So you can't do that with you. So you think a man would find it preferable that you would do that prior to him?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know because a lot.
The answer is no.
Yeah, but a lot.
Hold on. See, many of you women believe this, that it will be preferable. So what you're basically saying is men who are territorial by nature and want women to be as close to virgin as possible. You know that, right? You know men don't want women with high body count. You know that, right?
I know that, yes.
Right. So what you're actually trying to sell is that there's a value in a woman getting out of here and riding the cock carousel for a couple of 3 or 4 years. So it's actually going to be valuable to him.
A cock carousel? Whoa, Lord.
An asset. It's going to be an asset for me to go to the country club with you and Daryl saying, man, she's a great fuck. You mean to tell me it's going to be valuable? I take you to the mayor's ball. And he said, yeah, she sucked me off. And no, ma'am, no.
Ooh, Lord. A cock carousel. What is that? That's a wild way to put things, man. Wait, hold up. Oh, snap. I got messages all over the place. Someone said, honestly, I think life is better than you when you're with someone who has some sense of purpose and respect for themselves. Very well said. I agree with that, man. Very well said. Not a gold digger. Yeah, the thing is that I agree with you because you don't want somebody that's been around the block per se. You do want somebody that has some type of substance, some type of value. You don't want somebody that's limited to all that they can offer is sex with you. You want somebody that you can actually build with a future. And to be honest with you, it seems like that's something that's becoming more and more lost as the years progress. People lost their morality to where they don't care anymore. This whole lifestyle of I can do whatever I want, there's no ramifications. At the end of the day, life have ramifications for everything that you do. And that's a part of science. There's a cause and there's an effect. There's a motion that goes this way. There's going to be an opposite force that's going against it. So at the end of the day, that's how life works. But, we got some people that want to live in this fairy tale and believe that no laws of any kind apply to them.
That makes sense.
No, because men are territorial. We don't. The fear is really, I think, honestly, if we're being honest, I think this is more of a fear from women. I want to get out and get it out of my system because if I don't get the kind of dick I like at home, at least I can remember what it was when I was young.
Mm-hmm. But is there not any value to getting it out of your system? Because this is
you're not supposed to be a hoe. It's not supposed to be in your system.
Well, not a hoe. I don't agree that
you're not supposed to equate. You're not okay, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about black folks. Did you watch the show that I talked about sexual professionals? Go back and look on the community tab, or just be honest. How many times have you been around your sisters and they will tell you, black women will tell you, they left the men primarily on sexual grounds?
Yeah, a lot of women.
I've talked to hundreds, thousands of black women before I did that show. I interviewed dozens, and each one of them shared story. And this was women from 22 to 70, all sharing the same stories, decade after decade after decade. The only reason women were that way is because of an appetite that they had before the man that was suitable came along.
So is he saying that a lot of people got away from their partner due to, you know, sexual activities, and they wasn't pleased because they was promiscuous before?
So I don't see. So if women find themselves to be wrecking their own homes because they're been imprinted sexually by another man, and they continue to keep looking for that same sex, they shouldn't have had it in the first place. Women are not really supposed to get out here and have whole phases. Do you understand why that is, though?
I do understand why that is. And
biochemically, women bond differently.
Yes, that's very true. And you pick up more damage along the way.
So there is, I have yet to have a woman truly articulate the value a woman can get from learning from other men through our quote unquote high value guy.
The thing that always comes to my mind, though, is that maybe this is anecdotal, but a lot of the men that I have talked to don't necessarily want virgins. I feel like modern men don't want virgins. I don't know if you have heard of the show Married at First.
I said close to.
Right. But, I mean, do you...
Now, let's understand something. Let's understand something. Me and you talking about husbands?
Yeah.
No. They are husbands. They're married already, or they're seriously looking to get married.
I got you. No, they're not husbands, but they want to be married at some point.
At some point. Okay.
Yeah, this is pretty wild, man. I appreciate everybody that hit that like, man. Appreciate y'all.
If guys out here just trying to get laid, of course he wants to have great sex. But men were trying to anecdotal, yes. Yes, there are men out there who say, yeah, I would want a woman that's experienced, such and so forth. I know guys like that. But they are in the minority. Most men accept the fact they would rather a woman with low miles and would have to teach her. Versus, damn, how she learn how to do that? Because he's going to ask the question, whether he asks it or not.
That's fair. So then do you think, go ahead. Do you think that, so if a woman, goes to college and I don't know, she's 22 or whatever, do you think that she should, or I guess how many experiences do you think are enough, basically? How much is too much? If she goes out and sleeps with 3 men?
Yeah, the question is, how much is too much? Man, salute to the 3 people that's watching on YouTube, man. We're getting more traction. Salute to the 44 that's watching on X. But the question is, how much is too much? No, I don't think people are going around looking for virgins, but then somebody is not looking for someone that has miles upon bodies upon bodies. So what is the fine line of becoming experienced and then too much?
Before she gets married, is that too many?
Well, no, but I think we got to understand what women are doing today. Young women are having more sex than young men. I watched a show pretty recently where a woman, she's had 100 sexual partners in a summer.
That's a lot. Yeah.
I mean, I talked to women. Believe
it or not, I will draw the person you will marry. One of my clients asked for a refund. She thought the man I sketched looked like her neighbor, but it turned out he was her.
A question for you. If you were going to, if you knew you found the person you're supposed to be going to be with until the end of time, and you knew you guys were going to be together till the end of time, you want to delay getting together, or you want to get started as soon as possible?
Yeah, I would definitely want to get started as soon as possible.
And that's the whole point. The problem is with so many women, they're looking at fear and scarcity. But the problem is not, the problem in leaving relationships today is modern women. I mean, you're the one leaving. 80% of the time, women leave. So I don't really think many women really know how to be involved. And I find it hard to think that a woman who has multiple sexual partners, and I'm making no judgment, understand something. But it makes it harder for you to bond. You know that. And if it's harder for you to...
Do you think that's true? The more partners that you have make it harder to bond and harder to actually find real love?
Come on, that's one more obstacle. Now, not all men are as open, as reasonable as I am. Some guys will hold it against you, but the net of it is that I don't really see any value to a woman, to a man, for getting out here and having a whole phase, or getting out here and getting out of her system. That's supposed to be a man thing. Mm-hmm. So your oats, women are the oats. But when this world, we try to make men and women equal, and if he can do it, she can do it. But here's the thing: men, it's a double standard, and women pay a different sexual penalty from promiscuity.
That's true. I can't argue with that.
Even biochemically. So, all right. Anything else before we go on to the next person?
I mean, I disagree with your stance on women's sexuality in general. Like you saying that it's a man's thing. Like I know that.
What is my stance? You disagree? Okay. What do you think my view is on women's sexuality?
I think that you believe that women have a sense of sexuality, but you think that men's desire for sex is more important than women's, and it trumps
biochemistry. No. I think biology supports that. Is a female orgasm required for reproduction?
No, it's not.
Then take it up with the creator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I like even going to the whole. Well, never mind. I'm not going to bring that up. The whole like men exercising options and stuff like that. But women, a lot of women that I know are very sexual, and they end up with people who.
And they're also very single.
Oh no, I know
they're very single. Here's the thing: and the thing is, one way tends to work and have relationships of value and meaning. I mean, if your people are from the United States, how many people did your grandma or great grandma hold phase with before she got with your great granddad or your granddad?
Well,
how many? None. Exactly, and they were together 40, 50, 60 years. The stuff that we talk about that we want.
Like that's crazy. Like he really be killing them with logic.
But see, now we want to have the outcomes grandma and grandpa and big mama and them had, but we want the inputs of modern women. No, you cannot have it all. So if you want to get out and explore your sexuality, do you, boo-boo, enjoy it. But understand it's going to lead to an empty-ass life, because black women, especially black women, some of the most sexually liberated and free talking, thinking women, and you're the most unmarried. I'm not saying causation, but damn sure correlation. They also have the most atavistic mating standards. Black women, more than any other group of women, will get rid of a man based upon looks and sexual performance, even if everything else is above average or suitable.
Dang, so he's saying black women will normally get rid of somebody because the sex isn't good or they don't look good enough. Now, how much are those things actually important? Do you think that he have a point with what he's saying? Because in actuality, yes, you would like to be pleased by your partner, correct? Now looks. What's more important, look or actually being pleased? Like, that's something I really question. And I'll give y'all a second to answer that if y'all going to answer. What matter more, looks or being pleased by your partner?
So where did this arguably dysfunctional attitude come from? Because it's not typical in human beings, and it hasn't existed in our culture until the last 40 years. Is it helpful to the outcome?
No, I mean, no. The way you're putting it is not helpful, and
no, it's selfish. And the thing is, what we're starting to see is we're starting to see the beginnings of the first wave of free love, laissez-faire, don't tell me whatever. We're starting to see that group of womanist feminists hit their 50s, and I don't know if you've seen what pathetic looks like, sad looks like. Go around your local city and see many women in their late 40s and 50s who've just done what they wanted to do with their life, their bodies, such and so forth. They're valid. I would venture to say that they are rather masculine in their attitudes and dispositions.
that's fair. Well, one last thing I want to say before I let you move on. What would you say about a woman who got married fairly early to somebody, and her husband was her partner for 10, 20, however many years, and she gets to a point where she feels like she's bored and she wants to explore her sexual options, so to speak?
You gave me what I would tell her. What do you ask me? What I would tell her?
Well, what are your thoughts on that? Do you believe that women can become like sexually frustrated and wish that they had experienced more? Do
you think that? Okay, man. Due respect. I don't act like you can have it all. I don't care if you're sexually frustrated. Go pleasure yourself. You have a finger, a dildo, go figure it out. Women used to have to go to the doctor for hysteria, and he would strap something to his hand, plug it into the wall, and put his hand down there until she climaxed. But you need to look around your house and say, do I have a husband? Do I have a kid?
That's wild. If that they used to do that back in the day, like the doctor used to make sure that you got your stuff going. Like what?
Have 401k retirement. It's a life worth living for good sex. And even the Sex in the City women have come out and said this was bullshit. Mm-hmm. This is a lie that's been marketed to women. The cosmopolitan lifestyle. I did a broadcast on this 2.5 months ago. Delayed marriage. Open sexuality. Sexual choice. It's BS. What's the outcome? Do you know any women that...
And someone said, wow. Yeah, did you hear anything about that before? Like the doctor used to go and get a glove and something that had vibration on it and made sure your partner was satisfied for hysteria? Like, what part of the game is that? I ain't never heard of that, man.
Sexually liberated, sexually free, all those other things that are in happy, functioning, productive relationship that have legacy.
No, because I feel like it's a generational thing. I don't think
It's not a generational thing. Okay, so the answer is, what happens what happens when sex is no longer that much of an option? You use your yoni up, and now it's 45, and don't nobody want it like they used to. Then that's when women start trying to come around. Hey, big head, now let's get together. And don't nobody want no old used bag. Right. So make your choices, but understand something. One of the things that women have to negotiate with, her youth, her beauty, Her chastity and access to her womb. If you're giving up your youth for access to your body and your chastity, even if you're protecting your womb, you're giving up a lot of your value proposition. Do you think men would give up their power? No. It's unwise. And the fact that we have such laborious conversations in the Black community about sex is pathetic to me. Pathetic. We're at the bottom. The black dollar circulates 6 hours, but we spend more time worrying about getting off than building all the fripping things. I'm personally rather sick of the topic, but I understand why it's so important. It's important because Black women keep it at the top. I don't know many men who've left their girl because the sex was bad. But I know a whole lot of women who left because she wasn't getting what she got in their college years or whatever. Well, take trade-offs and choices. But here's the last question. Of your sexually liberated friends and all that, do they judge all men by the same sexual standards, or do they hold Black men to a higher one?
Yeah, I think they hold Black men to a higher one.
Then it's some bullshit. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry. I would think you should find that offense. I do, because that's crazy. Well, at least thank you for being honest. And we can always talk about it, but I think maybe we just need to do a show on sex, and I'll just limit it to adults only and change the. We need to have a conversation because we need to get to the point where we move past this. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you.
And I want to be clear that the conversation needs to be had. I get it, but my personal opinion, Jesus Christ, folks. I like good sex, but come on. Priorities. What is it? Rank.
Correct. Before you sign anything from the insurance company, watch.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Wait 1 second, y'all.
Priorities. What is it? Rank.
This one started real. She was calm, polite, sure of her story. Said her past was part of her growth. Then Kevin asked one simple question. What does that give to a man? The energy changed instantly. You could see she'd never really thought about it that way. All that talk about learning and growing didn't sound as strong anymore. The more she explained, the more it sounded like excuses. She was trying to sell mileage as maturity. It reminded her that men don't buy that pitch. That's the thing about Kevin. He made you sit with your own words until they stopped making sense. By the end, the conversation wasn't about experience anymore. It was about value and how promiscuity quietly destroys a woman's ability to bond and sustain real commitment. This call exposed the mindset we see all the time. The belief that experience automatically adds value. She really thought that because she'd been through it and learned from it, men would see her as wiser. That's the modern woman dilemma, wanting traditional outcomes with modern freedom. Men and women don't measure value the same. What feels like empowerment at 25 often looks like risk at 35. And by 45, that same freedom starts to feel like isolation when the attention fades and the options dry up. Experience might teach you lessons, but it doesn't make you more desirable. Men, pay attention to a woman's past, especially if you're thinking long term. I'm not saying you need perfection, but don't act like history doesn't matter. The more partners she's had, the harder it becomes to bond.
Yeah, that do make a lot of sense. And that's so funny why there's a current and common narrative of why the debate of do a women's past matter. They actually do. Hey, hold on, I'm receiving a message. Oh man. Yeah, this is a doozy. Hey, Son, you gonna go live later? I need to fix this on my channel, man. YouTube. Hold up. Customization. Hold up. What the fudge? What the fudge? Did I add pronouns? Add pronouns? Why do I need to add pronouns to my phone? Contact info. Yeah. Hey, hold on, where are these messages coming from? Yeah, I am. Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely be there. I'll pull up like I normally do. Yeah, I think that's I'm trying to think what hold up. What else they gotta say?
According to biology, look past beauty and listen for patterns. You don't need a flawless woman. You need one who still knows how to attach, respect, and build. The right woman isn't the one who's seen it all. It's the one who still knows how to value what's right in front of her. Ladies, if you haven't been pulled into the hookup culture, don't let it catch you now. Value your body. You can still be intimate, but make it mean something. You're not built to move like men. Every man you let in leaves an imprint, emotional, physical, or spiritual. And when the right one finally comes, you'll have to fight through the memories you didn't need to collect. The world says freedom means doing whatever, but it doesn't. Move with purpose now so when love shows up later, you can actually feel it fully and not through old wounds.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's some real talk though. That's some real talk. A lot of people it's like they focus on the wrong things and then wonder why they get the results that they get, man. Yeah. It was a pretty good live. Someone said, I believe in purity at the same time that we judge women by their sexual past. Likewise, they can judge back on men's sexual behavior. Yeah, it goes both ways. There is a difference between the child bearer and I guess the child planter. But yeah, man. It's just to be quite frank, a hoe is a hoe. But in actuality, women get pregnant, they end up with the child, they end up with the seed, they end up with the decision to make, or they end up with the decision to create or destroy. So if they really wanted to get rid of the child, they can. If they don't want to, they can keep it. So, the ball is in their court. So I think that they should actually cherish or, be more, not questionable, but just be more aware of who they're sleeping around with. Because they say like the DNA of a man can reside inside of a woman for how long? So that just show you that things are different. Question: how long can last in a woman? Sperm can live inside of a woman's reproductive tract for up to 5 days. So you telling me you do something with a chick and 5 days later she'll still have that liquid inside of her, or DNA per se? So that just lets you know that women have a different type of cool down period, to where you can't just be sleeping with one person after the other, after the other, after the other. It's a lot that come with it. And that just show you that men and women are different. And that's just one avenue. So yeah, that's a very deep conversation to have. But I'm trying to say I appreciate everybody that pulled up. Salute to Soen, salute to Latrice, salute to 33rd, salute to Spontaneous J. Man, if y'all haven't done so, subscribe up. Salute to the 46 that's over there on X. Salute to my followers that was on Facebook and everything. And yeah, on that note, man, we about to be out. I'll be back later. Hopefully you catch this up in the replay gang. Make sure that you comment on the video, like the video, and if you're new, subscribe. Appreciate all y'all for pulling up. And yeah, man, on that note, I'm about to be out. Catch y'all later on today, man, for sure. And let me know when you're going live too, bro. I'll pull up and everything. All right. Peace.